crazy. 40
Oh, wait,
episodes?
should I?
40 episodes.
Should this be at the top?
Yes.
Oh wait, what is that? Oh, is that the Red Hot? The Red Hot.
Yeah, I got my hands on some Mountain Dew.
How is it? What's your review?
Flaming hot.
Have you tried it yet?
We'll see.
Ooh.
You're gonna try it live.
The inside scoop. Let's get the.
I'm very excited.
Let's get the ASMR.
Gotta hear that. Yeah.
Ooh.
It sounds flaming hot. Fuck you. It's got like a bouquet of like smells. It's got some smells.
A bouquet of smells?
Yeah.
I've been described as such before.
I love how Willow's like the Mountain Dew sommelier, or what's the word?
Sommelier
right now.
What? Yeah. What if I'd never? What if I had never had Mountain Dew before, or this was like my passion?
Did you guys know that I used to do soda reviews?
Yeah, I knew about it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I used to do them all the time, and I would like record myself. I do live streams of myself doing.
But wasn't there some
reviews.
joke behind it about something to do with cum or something like that?
I named the joke was I called myself the soda miser.
No.
You know?
That's it.
That's a great
not
joke.
necessarily cum,
Cute.
but yeah.
Yeah, not cum, but cum adjacent.
adjacent.
Yeah, cum adjacent. Yeah, also been described as such.
Love how in sync we are here on the Succ. But let's throw it back to Willow. We gotta get into
Sorry,
this.
Willow. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're all cum adjacent.
Soda misette.
Soda misette. Willow. The soda misette. Willow.
It's so much worse than soda miser for some reason.
Willio Washburn is what I almost said. That's my name. I can say my own name. So the Flamin' Hot, and it's a deep reddish orange. It's actually very pleasant to look at. I like it.
Yeah, it is very nice. It has that nice hue to it, you know.
Yeah,
Red 40.
It's just unnatural enough looking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It looks way better than Livewire. Anyway, so I'm gonna taste it straight from the bottle, and then I'm going to pour it into a copious amount of vodka, and that's how I'll drink the rest of it. Because you have to have
great.
Okay, here we go.
All right, let's see it.
Swishing.
The
Really
eyes are
coating the
back of
palate.
head.
Gotta get the
toes are
notes.
curling.
Yeah. The
Nipples
what's
are
that called?
hardening.
The wafting.
Not yet. We really got to get that
Lips are trembling.
capsaicin. We got to get that capsaicin go. There really is. I'm shocked at how acceptable this is. Honestly,
Is it? How spicy is it?
it's not that spicy. Like you get like a little bit on the back end. You get so it's very like citrus forward.
Okay, as it should be if it's Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not one of my least favorite Mountain Dew flavors. Actually,
Wow.
I really am very impressed by this. This is sad because I thought this was going to be a real fun thing to make fun of on the show.
But it's actually just kind of good.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of praising on the Succ, and
No.
I would not recommend against trying this. It's just a little spicy. It's not going to make you sweat.
Okay.
You could drink it in the middle of like a half marathon if you wanted to.
If you really want to fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's a lot like a liquid Red Hot, or like the hot tamales candy. Do you know they both have that same like fake? They call it cinnamon, but it's not cinnamon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There absolutely is. I can't tell if I'm looking at the we got gum arabic, we got sodium benzoate, we got all the classics. Ester
All the benzos.
rosin, all the things that keep it all stuck together. I don't know what the flavor is. It does have sort of that like that Red Hots sort of thing. And it dies down really quickly. It's not like it's just Frank's Red Hot or whatever. Or
Okay, now mix it with the vodka.
Cayenne.
Yeah, put the vodka in it.
What
I'm
kind
just
of
thinking you
vodka?
get blitzed off
It's
of-
Tito's.
Okay.
Nice.
We got
Yeah, that's a good one.
Tito's.
I'm on the Svedka. I got Svedka and soda right here.
Oh,
so
that's yep.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go. That's classic. I just got a
the
regular
official,
soda.
the official vodka of 2099.
I imagine one of the sodas that I reviewed as the Sodomizer was there was this particular brand. I forget what it's called. Like it was like Hank's Fixins or something like that. I forget. It was a novelty soda brand. Yeah, it was some Lester's Fixins. I think it was actually. And yeah, and they made
Lester.
strictly novelty sodas, like just weird stuff. And one of them was a Buffalo Wings soda, and I imagine that it tastes a little bit like that because it was a very strange thing because up to that point I had never had a soda or drink really that had like spice in it, except for I think like a Bloody Mary I had once.
What about like like a spicy ginger ale?
I've had that, but that didn't taste like the buffalo wing sauce, like a ginger beer, like a hard ginger beer that's like really gingery, has a certain kind of burn to it, but it's that ginger burn,
Yeah,
like a horseradish burn kind of thing.
Mhm.
But no, not this.
Whenever we get to meet up, I'm making everybody a spicy Paloma.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
I'm not actually going to do it. I'll just order us all one because
Okay.
it'll be way easier.
Yeah.
You guys got to come to New York and just come hang out. We got to.
I'm imagining that's what will happen because like Matt's there, Kim's there, Ashley's about to be there.
Mhm.
Willow is close.
I'm close
and
enough.
then Justine and I are pretty far away. But if it's just two of us that have to travel, then the Succ live show probably should be in New York City.
Yeah,
it makes sense, right?
We could do a 24-hour live stream or some other dumb shit
Okay,
to
all right.
raise money to fly Phil and Justine to the East Coast.
I love it. Yeah.
With all
New York would be fun too.
holy-
We could do some shit here,
I've never been to New York City, and I'm deeply
dude.
terrified of New York City.
Why are you terrified?
It's a great question you ask because it comes with a very stupid answer. I don't know if you guys are fans of the band, like the band called The Band.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm familiar.
Take a load off Ashley.
Yeah.
cetera.
Bob Dylan's backing band when he went electric was The Band, and then they went on and did their own thing. And anyway, they have a documentary called The Great Waltz, which when I was in
The last
bands and
waltz.
shit.
Excuse me.
Oh, what did I say? The Great Waltz?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's my thing. No, thank you for correcting me because that makes it funnier. It was like last week when I said my son was 4 years old. It's like, wait a second.
Man, time
The last
flies.
waltz, thank you. The Great Waltz sounds like a PlayStation 2 RPG. Terrible
The band-
polygon graphics.
The band in there, you got Robbie Robertson.
Could you imagine a PlayStation 2 era RPG based on The Band? It looks like the Harry Potter and the Sopranos games where everybody's just like very polygon, like stretched textures.
But somehow still kind of lumpy though.
Yeah.
That was always a hallmark. Like lumpy polygons.
Robbie Robertson kind of looks like a PS1 version of himself, I think.
I like how niche these jokes are. I hope there's some The Band fans in the Succ listenership. But anyway, to answer your question, the Great Waltz, the last waltz, there's a scene where they talk about how they go to New York, and it's Levon Helms, which I can identify with this man a lot because he's just very, and he says, we went to New York City and it just chewed us up and spit us out. And we went home and we licked our wounds. And then, we went back. And like, I don't know why that resonated so hard with me. But all my life, I've just been terrified of New York City, that I'm just going to go there and it's going to chew me up and spit me out.
Just like
And
Levon
I'm going to
Helm.
go home and lick my wounds.
Just like Levon Helm in the 60s, 70s New York City, which is famously exactly like New York City today.
Yeah. It's very, very similar, if not exactly the same.
Well, that will be a great occasion where we all meet up in New York City, and I hope it does chew us up and suck us off and spit us out. And sorry, I had to get that one. It's a setup that I couldn't let go.
Speaking of sucking off, when you dilute this with say a vodka here, when you dilute this with a vodka and it just gets too loud for you to even hear me, sorry to whoever edits this. I'll
edit this one, Matt, because I know that's one of his pet peeves is the clinking.
You could just mute my whole.
I refuse to edit anymore because there's a single time where there's.
I always have the clinking, like Julian and Trailer Park Boys. I'm like always like clinking.
I recently started going on a Trailer Park Boys like clip spinge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that
stuff.
So good,
so fucking.
It's
good,
so
man.
fucking funny.
Willow, what is the results of you were telling us of the vodka and
the spice moves like on the palate, like depending on what you have. So with a little Tito's vodka in there and a lot the spice, you don't really get it except for like once it travels down your throat a little bit, you get a little bit of spice, which is real. It's real pleasant.
I'm highly skeptical of any cocktail containing Mountain Dew of any variety.
This is better, I think, than any other Mountain Dew cocktail would be because it has complexity to it. You know what I mean? It's not just whatever the color is or whatever the idea behind it. You know, the Mountain Dew and 5 Gum, I think, have crossover. You know, with the sort of like what they're trying to achieve.
Love that.
Like it's like, oh, this is supposed to taste like electricity. Fuck off. You know, it's.
This is what it tastes like to snort cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Try Mountain Dew, flaming hot. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna be honest with you. The review was good to start, but from there, you lost me, and I wanted to bring up. I had a coworker years ago that had a favorite drink. Her drink was called "Beam Me Up, Scotty," and it was always just Mountain Dew and like Jim Beam.
Sure.
And that was a Beam Me Up, Scotty, and I was like, that sounds terrible.
It sounds rough.
It
sounds real rough.
Anything with Jim Beam is going to be like, damn.
Yeah,
very, very white trash.
Any brown liquor with Mountain Dew just sounds
very bad.
Yeah, sounds like an immediate headache.
Do y'all remember the Dugarita? Silence. No. This was a couple of years ago.
I was just thinking back to it just now because I was like, did that actually happen? Or am I
a fever dream induced by flaming hot Mountain Dew? I think it was Red Lobster rolled out a Dugarita, which was supposed to be a margarita mixed with Mountain Dew. And I tried to do my own version of it. And I tried to coat the rim of my glass with Doritos crumbs.
Real gamer moment there. Yeah.
It was so bad. It was terrible. Maybe it would be better in the restaurant, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Almost lost our homie to the Dugarita gang there. Damn. That was a close call.
Problem with it.
It's more it's not that he loves it, it's that he's trying so hard to perfect it. You know, and he's sitting there with like the tweezers, getting the exact right amount of crumbs distribution on the rim.
I'll try to find the video review because it's out there somewhere. It's in my endless Facebook feed. But anyway, speaking of major fast food restaurants serving terrible drinks, this has been an exciting headline to read about. Apparently, an Arby's manager has admitted to peeing in the milkshake mix, quote unquote, at least twice, which I think is an amazing way to admit to.
So 47
like
times, probably.
Yeah, it could be 3 times, or it could be 3,000 times. We don't.
Probably closer to the latter. Yeah.
I mean, just be honest. If you worked at any of these restaurants, how tempted would you be to, put bodily fluids into the food? I mean.
It's not the customer's fault though. But also, if you read the article, the reason he got busted was because they saw that child pornography was being downloaded on the Arby's computer. So they they got they did like a thorough search of everything, and that's how they caught him pissing into the milkshake machine.
Yeah, there's again crossover I think between those two communities, like the people who piss in things without consent
and jerk off to children.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of
Jesus
crossover
Christ.
there.
What a
Wow,
chaotic
dude,
person.
I love that they led with that. It's, like in the news article, Arby's manager pisses in milkshake container or milkshake machine at least twice. Also, he was downloading child pornography.
It's like, how can we make this snappy? What are we?
Also, they bury that in there. Also, he had a lot of child pornography as well. Yeah, but that milkshake thing, though, Jesus.
Wow, that's so much darker and more terrible than I realized when I put this on the show notes.
It's
and
grim.
I can't open the article because it's Apple News or something. It won't open for me. But
Right, yeah,
damn
it's behind the paywall. They hid the real.
Yeah, they buried the lead there a little bit.
Really protecting this milkshake pisser.
Yeah, I feel bad because I was ready to kind of like be on his side. Like
Phil, are you a milkshake pisser? You would pee in someone's milkshake?
I would pee in one person's milkshake. I think that's the thing. If somebody pissed me off enough, I could potentially see wanting to piss into their milkshake.
Exactly.
With the knowledge that only that one person is at risk of drinking the piss. Milkshake.
Right.
I have 8 years of fast food service. I'm a fast food service veteran, and I have on occasion, specifically at KFC, once or twice, maybe dropped a pot pie and then just put it back into the box.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
You expect that when you're going to KFC. I mean, I know I do.
And if you're an asshole,
I actually, if I think that the pot pie hasn't been dropped on the ground, I will bring it back and say, I think you forgot something.
I can't get off unless somebody did.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same.
American pot pie.
Lacking that special.
Excuse me, miss, can you drop this on the ground and just step on it for me? Do you still piss milkshakes?
One of the 11 spices and herbs is off the fucking floor.
It's piss and then whatever's on the floor.
Piss crystals.
Healing properties.
I will admit. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I'm glad you brought that. Because I'm saying this could be, like a low-key urine therapy situation, he thought he was providing homeopathic benefits to the customers of Arby's.
I believe that.
That's definitely what he believed as a child pornographer.
Again, I wouldn't count out the crossover on those two.
That's probably true.
Nothing again, I'm not speaking out against piss kinks. Love.
We are
a piss kink haver.
We love our piss kink friends and listeners.
Absolutely. No. There's a very, very thick line between them, and like thick as the strongest, most sexiest piss stream you can imagine. And these other people, the homeopathic, drip piss in your eyes type people.
Yeah.
No.
Don't trust them.
I'm not on board with any of that. Actually, I think I'm actually officially against the piss kink now. This story did it for me.
Well, Phil's anti
piss normal.
Piss normal, everybody.
Come normal. Piss and come normal, everyone. Don't listen to the Succ if you don't piss and come normal.
Or do listen to it. Just don't talk to us about it.
Yeah.
We don't want to know. It's not our problem anymore.
You could talk to me about it.
This is going to be a headline: Piss kink enthusiast found with hundreds of hours of the Succ podcast on his work computer. Specifically, the Kilo episode. And it's just like several downloads of that same
Oh no.
I was thinking when I was starting up this episode that this is the 40th episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which
is pretty cool. That's 40 episodes. That's something. That's a thing.
Yeah.
But we should have done Edward 40 Hands, all of us. And then done the 40s episode.
Maybe a bonus episode later.
Bonus
this week.
Episode is Edward 40 Hands. Nice. Everybody here gets completely hammered.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Probably won't happen for me because I have to go be responsible for children.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
You can do 40s of apple juice and then go into a hyperglycemic
You could do like
coma.
140.
I like how my fellow diabetic is telling me to drink 240 ounces of apple juice on the fucking show.
Diet apple juice. Diet apple juice, which is sweetened with, I think, with piss.
Aspartame.
Oh, yeah.
Piss.
Like, this is a loaded episode. We have so much to get through, but I do want to keep it on theme for just a moment because we did a lot on the fast food tip. And before we move along from that, apparently McDonald's is taking a stand. They've changed their McDonald's profile picture to a flag of Ukraine, and they're closing all 850 restaurants in Russia after 32 years of being in Russia due to the humanitarian crisis of the Ukraine war, whatever you want to call it, which, I think this is pretty notable because, I guess all these Western businesses moving into Russia was kind of like the easing of the Cold War and all that kind of stuff. And now this is a big one, like Pepsi, they were pressured to, I don't know if they did it or not, but they were pressured to get out of Russia, and people were like, I want to drink fucking Coke.
Right, and I think it's just because Coke did first or whatever, so it's become this weird race.
I was blown away.
It's a big deal. It is a big deal. And the thing that is notable is not like they're just going to shut down and they're just going to be vacant McDonald's restaurants. They're selling them off to, private, whatever. I don't know what they'll call it. McStolzovitz or something's restaurants is, but yeah, I mean, like there you go.
Yeah, but what was so strange to me was like the whole like McDonald's like moving out of the country is like, that's obviously a big deal. They have a lot of locations there, and apparently McDonald's is like very popular in Russia because it's like symbolic of like, it got like super popular after they got them there at all, and it was like such a iconically Western / American thing. But I was really surprised that the fucking oil companies moved out of there. That would blew my fucking mind.
Yeah,
because they just like were straight up like, they deliberated for like a couple days and they were like, we're just stopping everything. We're not doing business with you at all anymore. But this happened early on. It didn't get enough press. I didn't think. I guess everything else was going on at the time, but it was just like,
care about oil like they care about French fry oil.
Yeah. It doesn't make
right. People don't care about oil like they care about like gas prices or whatever. Something completely unrelated to oil.
Right. Good point.
I read some article about the how basically they were thinking. The thought is that because they're selling these locations to Russian companies, basically, because that's the only people that they can sell them to, is that there's just going to be a bunch of knockoff McDonald's. It'll be like a thing there, like knockoff McDonald's will be like a thing, and that'll be.
I'm very excited.
McDonald's is not going to be able to come back. Not like that,
What if they did though? Could you imagine like McDonald's trying to come back in after?
All right, get out of here! Come on.
It's ours. It's ours. Like this was ours. We were here before you. We left for a little while. We're back. And you're gonna have to go.
Man, that would be, and that would actually be World War III.
That's the great McDonald's wars of 2023 are coming. Prepare.
There was like 6 billion killed. It's on the sign.
Did you guys see that? Like, it was like maybe a month ago now. That when they were like really closing them down. This was a couple months ago now, I guess. There was like a morbidly obese man, and I don't want to body shame, but he was just like clinically he could barely walk, and he chained himself to the McDonald's and was like saying, "We can't." It was like a Simpsons skit or something. I was like, man, come on, it's like not gonna be a great look for you, no? I mean, can you imagine the memes? Like,
man loves his McNuggets. Okay, listen, I get it.
He was like screaming and ranting.
I very much I'm saying this unironically. I think that's one of the more heroic things I've ever heard. Like, because he did know how people would look at him, and it was just like, this sucks. I didn't know. I have
he wanted
nothing
those
to do
fucking
with this.
McNuggets.
Yeah,
and he was willing to lay his life on the line for it.
You got to stand for what you believe in. You gotta show people what you love. Yeah,
absolutely.
I
If they try to
support
take
it.
my fucking flaming hot Mountain Dew, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck them.
Ban
We'll
yourself
be
to
up in
the
arms.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They'll have another Ukraine on their ass, I'll tell you that.
Look, I get it. I bought my daughter a Happy Meal probably once a week for the past month because life has been difficult and we just want to get a meal. And she eats like half of the McNuggets and I want to eat them so bad. And she's been sick. So I'm like, don't eat the McNuggets. And sometimes I still eat the McNuggets.
Of course you do. If you didn't,
Dumbass,
no judgment.
My wife catches me like, don't eat after her. And I'm like, you're so right. But they're so good. Like, and I asked the goddamn person, like, please, not the goddamn person, but I asked for a goddamn extra barbecue sauce, right? So if at least she doesn't eat any of them, I could dip it in a separate barbecue sauce. Because I mean, the McNugget barbecue sauce combo from McDonald's is legit. It's definitely
it's a legendary combo. Yeah,
it stands out. You know,
when I worked there. Yeah, when I worked there, I used to do the ranch with the barbecue if you mix them up. And then you also have the hot sauce with the ranch and you mix them up. You get like the nice duality with the sweet and the hot.
Very exciting.
Yeah. That sounds incredible.
Life hacks with Ashley.
I'm into this.
Like that. You see, what you want to do is you want to get the ranch and the hot sauce. I was never a chicken nuggets guy, though. Does everyone agree that like the chicken nuggets are like the move? Like they love them? I was a cheeseburger only.
From McDonald's?
From McDonald's, like
but there were years from I think when I was like a little child, chicken McNuggets were fucking amazing, and then there was a period of time.
I wasn't.
There was a period of time in my life. It was a very sad period. I call it the dark ages, where they started to use like really inferior chicken, and I say that knowing full well that like the regular stuff that they use that I like is, you know, pink slime or whatever. But there was a time where you couldn't eat a chicken nugget without finding some sort of weird knot of like
congealed
muscle
thing
or something. It was
Ashley just got something. What is it?
Well, for a while, because I think it was around the time, because I think people were pissed about how shitty the nuggets were, so they came out with chicken selects.
Right.
Oh, hell yeah. Chicken selects are so fucking fire.
Those fucked. Yeah.
But they don't make those anymore, right?
No, I don't think they have them anymore, unfortunately. But they were like all breast, all white chicken, and they were like
nice.
Yeah.
And then people forgot about their nugget problem, and then the nuggets were like good again, and everything was fine.
Yeah, the nuggets fuck again, you know? That's
absolutely.
When it comes to McDonald's, maybe we should just all weigh in on our McDonald's orders. For me, it comes down to there's just a few outlets. There's just a few ways this goes, right? When I pull up to that drive-thru, because I haven't been into McDonald's in probably 10 years. So I'm going to the drive-thru. I'm either going for a double quarter pounder with cheese meal.
Sure.
Or I'm going for the McChicken. And so in Colorado and out west, you can't get just a McChicken anymore. Or I shouldn't say anymore. You can't get a McChicken. It's only a hot and spicy. That's the only version of the McChicken you get out west in Colorado, Mexico, Arizona. Yeah, and I agree. It's fucking legit. And then, so if I get the hot and spicy, I got to get a McDouble and then some fries. And that's the way I go. That's my one of my two orders is going to be either that or the other.
I'm similar in that regard. But I do like a Big Mac. I do like the Big Mac a lot.
Really?
I'll get a Big Mac.
I like Big Macs. It depends on how hungover I am, but I'll usually like order little shitty sandwiches off the dollar menu. But my go-to was always the Big and Tasty because it had actual like fucking vegetables on it, and it was like a real burger.
Nice.
But do they make that still?
I don't think they have the Big and Tasty.
Yeah, they don't think they do.
Is that the same thing? The Arch Deluxe?
They're probably not, but that made me have memory and nostalgia for the Arch Deluxe. Y'all remember that? Yeah, that was a whole bygone era.
Was that did that go along with the Mac Tonight guy with the Moon guy, or was that was after?
I was gonna say yes, but I actually don't know that that's the case.
Anyway, my order's the pizza.
Wait a second. The pizza?
I haven't been there for 30 years. No.
Do you guys remember the burger shops? Do you guys remember these?
No.
What? No.
Okay. for a very brief time. It may have been Burger King. I don't remember. I thought it was McDonald's, but maybe it was Burger King. But there was a brief time where they I think it was Burger King. They capitalized on like the slider craze that was happening, and they basically gave you a sheet. They gave you a sheet of hamburgers on like buns that were all connected.
The buns were still connected.
Everything was connected. It was like
nice.
A hamburger that was like like the size of like a pan pizza, a personal pizza, and then you just broke it off, and they were as fucking good as fuck, man.
That sounds great.
I've never heard of this. I would try it.
That sounds amazing. It sounds like the Pizza Hut thing that was like the little tiny pieces of pizza that were all connected.
They're all new to me. I feel deprived right now. I feel like
these things don't last for very long anymore, or maybe they never did. But like,
I just looked it up. It's Burger King. Sorry.
Okay.
They never do. You're right.
I fucking and I'll tell you what. I love Burger King. I'll go to bat for Burger King. It's like it's not good, but
their fries suck to me.
Their fries are bad.
It depends,
and that's like a big thing where it's like I can't.
I still eat them.
It depends. I think that I liked their fries when they were like really, really bad. And then they changed them to ones that were better. I didn't like them. And then I think they got worse again, and I like them again.
I like the thing about McDonald's fries is that they're, I think, just worse than Burger King's fries, like objectively in every way. But
what?
But listen to me.
Absolutely not.
Like when you... But when you eat them, there's some qualitative thing that makes them infinitely better than Burger King's fries.
It's the hint of beef flavoring that they put into.
That's got to be it. I don't know.
It's bizarre.
Something about them. It's just so much better. The McDonald's fries.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I don't understand what's going on right now.
I think what we need we need vote. We need the followers. Everybody vote. Right. We're not going to do a poll. Just vote. Just
Checkers fries has the best fries.
Oh, okay. Wait a second.
Fuck all y'all.
New contender,
Checkers does
new
have
challenger approaches. Well, tell us about Checkers fries because I don't know anything about that.
What? You've never had Checkers fries?
I've never had Checkers fries either. I don't know how I
think so.
It's a Southern thing only, I think, right?
Yeah.
I never go to a Checkers when I'm in Florida. I don't know why.
Okay. It's worth going to.
You gotta. It's so good. But they're how would I describe them? They're
seasoned fries.
They're seasoned, but they're not like overly like flavorful. But they're fried in vegetable oil, which makes a difference, I think. But my old roommate I would send him fairly early in the morning to go get Checkers fries, and then he would come back, and for breakfast he would put like an egg on them.
Oh hell yeah!
Best breakfast ever. Yeah, you gotta get Checkers fries, dude.
That's like
a smaller status. It's like a chili quiles with chili Checkers fries or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that is kind of
that sounds so legit.
Like a reconstructed Checkers poutine, breakfast poutine.
Florida poutine.
Oh my God. The listeners are going to be so fucking hungry on this episode. Sorry to all the listeners. It's probably about lunchtime while you're listening to this, depending on what time zone you're in. So just pause.
Don't go to Arby's. Just don't go to Arby's. That's all.
It is a shame though, because Arby's does have the most fire. Like they do like a creamsicle like shake. The shakes are so
I like Arby's. I just do.
I do too, but you know, if
it gives me blowout diarrhea sometimes, but I do like the taste of Arby's. I think it's pretty good.
If at least 2 out of however many millions of milkshakes now have had piss.
I go to Arby's because they have piss in the milkshakes. So
there you go.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, speaking of having the meats, let's go there. We got to talk about Jordan Peterson.
Oh my God, my favorite.
We know he loves the meats and the benzos. This has been a great week for people like us that want to see Jordan Peterson take an enormous L.
I love it.
It's been so fucking funny to watch. So Jordan, for reference, if anyone doesn't know, somehow Jordan Peterson decides to quote retweet the cover of the latest Sports Illustrated with something along the lines of "Sorry, not beautiful," and no matter what,
authoritarian tolerance.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Authoritarian tolerance. Love that.
And then
that,
the
JP.
entire world proceeds to dunk on this man to the point that he's crying and signing off Twitter.
Well, he's always crying though. Come on, that's like his thing.
Always on the verge of tears. Yeah.
But he's crying as if, you know, people are being mean to him, like he didn't like set himself up for this. You know, I can't. It's like imagine you're in the club or something, and there's a very good looking woman, and you step up to her and say, "Not beautiful, sorry," and every one of her friends steps up and says, you know, everything you can imagine to defend her, and you're just crying in the club because you're Jordan Peterson.
I'm allowed my opinion.
Yes, you are allowed your opinion, Jordan Peterson, but you are getting kicked out of the club right now.
My favorite. It was the so I don't know if we mentioned, but he was talking about the Sports Illustrated cover model,
right?
And that woman is very beautiful. I mean,
Yes.
like objectively beautiful woman. You know, I don't. The thing that like blows my mind is that like I'll never understand this. Like you would turn down this woman if she didn't want, if she wanted to sleep with you, dude. Like,
definitely would.
What's wrong with you, man? Like,
she's hotter than anyone who would ever fuck Jordan Peterson. Ever. Like,
if a woman approached me, I'd be like, oh, what did I do? Who's paying you?
Well, I like how you said objectively beautiful, because I think that that's the greatest takeaway from this is that how dumb can you be to go with a platform of 500,000 people to say that, you know, someone is not beautiful without kind of accepting the idea that beauty is subjective. But even just swallowing the pill of beauty is subjective and whatever the authoritarian tolerance, I don't even know what that phrase means. Like, you're forcing me to believe this woman is beautiful. Like, even if I'm gonna take that pill and travel down the hole with you, like, no, dude, like you chose the wrong battle. You deserve every tear that Twitter is forcing out of your you know, red pasty lobster eating eyes. Like, it just makes no sense. As a thinker,
do these people think that there's some kind of like conspiracy to make like heavier women attractive or something? Is that what he's?
Well, I think that is. Yeah, I do think that's part of it.
Yes, here there's a bunch of things going on here. Is that like, so first off, this is not the first time that Sports Illustrated swimsuit mag is not the same one from when we were like 12 or 11 or even younger than that, where it was like just like nothing but like bombshell knockouts, you know, from the 90s or whatever. They do this all the time. They'll have like older women, they'll have like just different body types, and he just happened to see this one acting like it's like a new thing for like, even though they've been doing.
They've finally done it.
Yeah, like act like it's my favorite thing though is that like my favorite thing I saw was a meme with him, with a picture of him. Someone had shopped in front of a bunch of Venus sculptures, like
fertility goddesses.
Fertility goddesses from like all around Europe into the Middle East, North Africa, and they're just like all very similar, you know, large female looking shapes. We've all seen them, and just him like crying, like. This to me that was like so on the nose, like so perfect, because it's like it exposes the hypocrisy of like selectively choosing what you're standing up for as like a you're standing up to like the libtards or leftists, the chaos as he characterizes it, against like the mainstream view. He you know, fancies himself as this hero that's like standing up to these big changes that are happening in society. When this is just the same shit. Like, people like big girls, dude. That's just what it is, man. Like, get over it. They always have. Like,
I love the idea that like there's that you have to like reclaim your power of having a very narrow definition of something.
Yeah, right.
And that's basically all. That's his whole thing, you know, because he's very transphobic. He's very I believe he's homophobic as well, right? I don't know. I'm
probably.
I don't think he would characterize it as that.
No,
Because
yeah, right. He wouldn't
but yeah,
characterize
I mean-
anything he does as being, anything other than rational or whatever. But like,
right, extremely constipated worldview.
yes.
It was very constipated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to give him too much screen time, but it was just too what is the word? Schadenfreude to pass up.
Schadenfreude.
Thank you. Yeah. We just had to relish in that for a moment because it
absolutely.
was so by Monday. I mean,
Schrodinger's
it'll be
Freud.
completely irrelevant, but it was just such a nice moment to see.
If-
And I liked it that the guy's like, I'm leaving Twitter because it's so mean to me, and then he's back like shortly after. Like my staff, I told them to change the password so I wouldn't be tempted, but like. Of course he's back.
But he was saying shit like that though. Exactly that.
Mhm.
He was
No,
like,
that was
I
a literal
took a
tweet.
break. I took a break off of Twitter, and it was the best 2 weeks of my life. Then just
now
don't
I'm back.
fucking get on it. Then it's that easy, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I must be here to
Yeah,
to
right. Who's
defend against
fucking dragging you back?
the oncoming onslaught of beautiful women
And chaos.
that I don't find particularly
Pussy
beautiful.
chaos.
Like I get it, guy.
Gay
I've
ass.
left the internet and come back several times. I mean, we understand.
Evil pussy chaos emanating from this Sports Illustrated cover.
Such oppression.
I wish they would put actually like not conventionally attractive women on Sports Illustrated because like what is a sport also? Competitive eating. I want to see competitive eating women on the cover of Sports Illustrated. God
I
damn
want
it.
to see me
Okay,
on
yes.
the cover.
I agree, Matt. Women that look like Matt.
Nope, literally me.
Oh, wow. Come on, Matt.
I can be anything you want.
You can't. You shouldn't do that.
Hey, Phil, listen.
shouldn't
You're
do
starting to
that.
sound a little like Jordan Peterson. Let Matt.
Phil trying to talk me down from forcing myself on. Matt, come on, you can't do that.
Man, bad idea.
You can't.
It's
You
gonna
can't.
look bad for the
Matt,
podcast.
no
Bad
amount
idea.
of authoritarian tolerance is
It's
gonna.
not.
Come on.
Talk me off the ledge. I'm gonna do it, Phil. I'm gonna put myself on there. I'm gonna wear a 2-piece too. I swear to God.
Fuck it, 3-piece.
I'm gonna wear a
Going all in.
2-piece, Phil. Fuck you.
Oh wow. Okay, well, in other Twitter news, apparently,
shriveled out.
we've got a lot to say about. In other Twitter news, Elon has pussyfooted around with his, offer to buy Twitter, which I don't know if we need to focus on that so much because that's not really surprising. I feel like Elon offering to buy Twitter is a very headline grabbing news item. But when it comes to headlines involving Elon, I think Ashley dropped this story to us right before the show that apparently Elon Musk exposed himself to a SpaceX employee.
Also,
And
not
then-
surprising.
Oh,
Honestly.
no, not at all.
No.
And then paid her $250,000 to not talk about it. I love the
Worth
timing
it.
of this.
I would look
Because-
at his cock for 25.
He also offered her a horse, apparently. Like, that's how he opened.
I'll take a horse too.
Offered to buy her
Are
a
you
horse.
serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, please don't tell anyone about my cock. I'll buy you a horse.
South
If I
African
had a-
blood emerald air.
Yeah, do you want
ass
blood diamonds? Do you
offer.
take horses? Do you take blood diamonds, emeralds? What do you take?
It's blood horses too. Don't worry.
Blood horses.
Blood horses.
Oh, you're right. I see it now. It says the billionaire founder exposed his penis to her and offered to buy her a horse.
At the same time.
I love this. I love it. I mean, what is this? Some kind of I'm trying to imagine the mindset. It's does he think he's does he think this is going to work? Or is it more of a,
I think it was like a improv thing where he was like, "Does this remind you of anything? You want a horse?"
no, I'm wondering if it's
He's trying.
hey, I heard you like horses. Here's my cock. Or if it's more like, here's my cock, and she reacts poorly, and he's like, I'll buy you a horse. You know?
I'm gonna venture to say it's probably closer to the latter there.
Hey, I think I fucked up. I thought you wanted to see my penis, but I'll buy you a horse.
I'll buy you a pony.
What is that conversation like? Are the subsequent conversations afterwards, right? Like where it's like you're like, yeah, so I need to, boarding and oats and
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I said one horse, and you signed a piece of paper that said you couldn't tell anyone that I assaulted you at work. Jesus Christ!
Elon, can I have a one-on-one real quick? I got to talk about the horse oats. Yeah. Don't make me say you showed your cock to me. Just come over here and let's talk about the oats. We just need to get the oats covered,
I
Well, for
love
the record, if Elon's listening, I will look at your penis for that much money, or a horse, or anything.
Nice.
Yeah. A future Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition cover model.
Will. You put me on the front of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. I'm looking at your penis.
Fair enough.
Easy peasy.
I love the timing because everybody knew some heinous fucking thing he did was going to come out after he tweeted about how they're going to start politically attacking me and it's going to be the Democrats or whatever. So now that he called it or whatever, he can just say that anything that comes out against him is just it's just a political attack, and it's like this motherfucker.
Yeah, he sucks real bad.
This motherfucker, and he knows that he has innumerable dipshits just pining to get a chance to kiss his ass or whatever.
They want a Johnny Depp.
Who will destroy? Yes,
they want a Johnny Depp.
Oh God!
It's the reaction to Me Too. I think it's like the opposite of Me Too. It's like going into Stan mode for the shittiest guy in the room.
Yeah,
I'm really curious. I've never made a lot of money in my life. I would say I've
not
just
yet,
recently,
but we're on the Succ, so
right, exactly. I've
time,
just recently started to make the most money I've ever made in my life, which is not saying a lot. But and this relates to what I'm about to say, which is that I'm wondering how much money you have to make to just start feeling like, yes, my penis can come out in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like $100,000, you're just like, I could whip my dick out right now.
I want to know what that feels like.
$250,000 a year. Yes, my dick is coming out tonight for sure. Millions of dollars salary. My dick is always out. I'm always here with my dick out. Like, what is the money to penis out relation? Because I just don't understand how this happens.
I will say that I respect a person with $0 who's willing to expose themselves.
That's a great point. There's
more.
Like a certain, that like there's like a bell curve, right? Which is like when you have zero money, the penis comes out on the bus, in the alley. Like, Matt, I know you just had your first public masturbation incident of the season. Sorry.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I saw
that's what I'm saying is you have nothing to lose versus you have just enough to lose.
Yeah.
I love that. So there's a nice in between area where the penis doesn't come out.
Yeah. Right.
When you
Or shouldn't come out.
$50,000 to $250,000 a year. The penis always stays appropriately in the pants. Beyond that, it starts to come out when it might not. Should.
How much K can I make a year to just start whipping my penis out? That's what I want to know.
That's the ultimate goal of anyone, I think. It's like, to make enough money to take your penis out whenever you want.
Once you're legitimately worried about the wealth tax, you probably start worrying about when you can whip your dick out.
And the penis tax.
Penis tax, that's what it is.
Implicit penis tax.
Terrible.
Tax,
terrible.
Man.
I do want to say before we go any further with this that my heart really goes out to the person who is about to deal with Elon Musk's fandom coming at them for this.
And she might get sued too because she did sign a non-disclosure or whatever.
Damn.
Oh, he should have disclosed that dick.
You shouldn't be able to, but you shouldn't be able to. Isn't that illegal to make someone sign a non-disclosure agreement about something like that? Like,
I would imagine it. I hope it is, but at this point, I don't even know.
Right? You can't legally hold somebody to an illegal thing. Like, you can't
I think it has to do with wording as well.
Sure.
I think that you can like beat around the dick and with the wording, so like you can't
Beat around the dick.
You can't like because of the specific wording of the document that you signed, you can't talk about it. Probably
The document.
Yeah, the dick.
Yeah, but I do think a good lawyer has a case where, you know, if they can show that they tried to NDA you into something illegal, then you can probably, like, I feel like this is with the Trump and the Stormy Storm situation or whatever that was. I can't remember the
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels. Yeah. That, you know, I think she was able to go public with that because they proved that, like, she shouldn't have had to sign that NDA. And I guess it's just always a matter. You got to play like chicken or something, right? You got to, like, decide if you're gonna fucking find out or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some damn bullshit, man.
Yeah,
I don't blame anybody for taking the money. Like, imagine like being like, oh, I could deal with the fallout of this, or take $250,000.
right.
Get a cool horse. I would like, yeah. I mean, it sucks because it's like fucked up that the rich people can just do that, but it's like I don't blame anybody for doing it.
Oh, absolutely
Who
not.
want to deal with that, you know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I would take the money for sure. I mean, there's not a lot of options at that point in the situation, right? Like,
I wonder if she like looked at his dick and was like, not beautiful.
sorry.
Sorry, not beautiful.
No amount
not enough
of
to
no
tell
amount
you.
of
Not worth
porn.
it. Not worth a horse.
Not even close to it.
It's like there's no horse worth this penis right now.
Oof.
Sorry. Can you give me a unicorn? Pegasus?
You could probably figure it out. Yeah, the amount of money that dude has.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Well, speaking of dudes with more money than they should have, apparently the Lonely Ape, whatever NFT club, what is it called? Lonely Ape
Singles Club?
Board Ape Yacht Club.
Board Ape Yacht Club. Okay, so yes, thank you. They were developing a dating app. I think it was called the Lonely Ape dating app, and it's just been canceled this week because apparently only crypto bros were signing up for this app, and there were not enough women signing up for this app.
Who would have thought?
Surprise!
You could have
I hate to Raina, I hate to piss in everybody's milkshake, but I read that this was for a prank, like it was a meme. So I don't think it's actually real.
It does seem kind of like these people have to be somewhat self-aware enough to know that, like, yeah, this is not gonna work because they're just people.
So the whole thing was just a setup for a joke because now we're talking about it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's not talk about it anymore then.
Damn, I wanted to
Sorry.
get got once. You have to get got one time every single episode. You know, one article we got to read that's fake.
No, we're getting better every episode. We're not letting all the internet fool us all the time. Well, okay, well, let's just pivot to other shitty bro people in the news. Apparently, Martin Shkreli has been released from prison. How do you guys feel about that?
Yay!
Yay?
No, I just
Punchable
don't.
man.
I mean, I
He's
do
so
think he's in.
punchable.
Yeah, he's in significantly more danger on the outside, I would assume. So, yay!
We got to get that Wu-Tang album. That's all I want to know about.
That's exactly.
Yeah, no.
He's carrying it around with him everywhere he goes. Actually, he doesn't have it anymore. I forgot. It was.
Oh, really? What happened? They took it back?
Used by the whatever SEC,
The FBI?
or federal someone.
Wow. So wait, there's like a unreleased Wu-Tang album that's now within the hands of the federal government and
I
will never.
believe it might have been auctioned though. I can't remember. It was like a year or two ago.
Yeah, I can't remember either. He doesn't have it anymore though.
Yeah.
Somebody else does.
This does connect back to Twitter a little bit because we're doing Twitter news still. He posted when he got out of prison. At least the post I saw, I'm assuming it's real. Who knows? But he said that it's easier to get out of prison than it is to get out of Twitter prison.
Okay.
There you go.
Honk. God, oh God,
Pussy.
His I never like got the. I never understood the like people that like him. There were like a lot of people that thought he was hot.
Ew,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
This was like a thing. I remember this like very distinctly, and I remember that always was just kind of like, man, guys, like
rats are
sucks.
cute.
And he's like, weak. And I don't know what the hell do you Get some self-respect.
Rats are cute. I think the thing was like when he blew up. He blew up around the same time like Pizza Rat did, right? Or maybe I'm superimposing two different time periods.
Parallel
But
Pizza Rat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is everybody wanted to fuck Pizza Rat?
Everybody wanted to fuck Pizza
So
Rat.
he's the next best thing, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I thought there was more to say there, but apparently.
No, just, fuck him. I hope he gets
punched a lot.
Yeah.
He's asking for it in his faces.
Hope he gets Richard censored over and over and over again.
Yes. Well, the only other story I got left on our docket for tonight is something that, I honestly avoided the whole show because I don't know if I can really parse this out. But the video game company Activision Blizzard, apparently it came out recently that they have something called the diversity space method that they were trying to use to create more diverse characters. Very strange because it does things like assign point values to people's sexuality and ethnicity and
cool.
It keeps getting weirder the more you read into this because it's like I'm trying to find a good example. Wow, and this is so dense. I can't believe anybody was in charge of this. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here.
I just want to see like sliders all the way up, front to back. Who does that look like?
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, what does that look like? How do you judge? One of the columns is culture. Like that's it's a dangerous metric to have.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't understand.
Do you have more culture or less culture?
It's a picture of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson saying sorry, not diverse.
Not beautiful. The code says it right here. I'm trying to find some takeaways here that we can just highlight.
My guess was that it was like a randomized thing, right? Or is it not that?
I can't say for sure.
No, I think it's how they rank their characters, and then they use that to fill in the
quota
blank spots, or the spots that they don't have. There's just not enough.
Not gay enough.
It's not gay enough. It doesn't have enough. It doesn't have one of the metrics is just simply body type. This one doesn't have enough body type.
We know what that's code for.
It's low on the body type. So yeah, I mean, you kind of know what they mean, but it's also I don't know if you can put that on just a up and down metric. That's
I've got this screenshot from. It looks like it's a Tumblr post, and it says, "I'll skip ahead." It says one of these from Felon Enthusiast. It says, "Wait, if you look at this one, you can see support and tank are all 0 for sexuality and damage."
Sexuality very high.
Support
damage very
and tank
high.
are all 0 for sexuality. So that type of character, a support type or a tank type, have 0 sexuality. Weird. And then it says, and damage is 0.625, very low, but not 0, meaning probably they made his whole tool and only soldier and tracer are anything but straight. Okay. Very strange. And then it says, this is so funny. If I was Blizzard, I'd have gotten embarrassed and just spontaneously declared Mercy or someone to be bi to cover my ass. And then this is what I was looking for. It says you can actually see it's specifically just soldier and tracer because in sexual orientation, 0 is het and 5 is gay. Since
the entire spectrum right there.
Since there's 14 characters of each gender, 5 divided by 14 equals 0.357, the exact value for sexual orientation in both male and female categories. This is ridiculous. This is
absurd, man. This is
we're working on it. I know we've got a problem with diversity, but look at these numbers. This is a lot of numbers. And some of them aren't even whole numbers.
This is a person inventing a job for themselves in Blizzard and being like, I got it, guys.
This is
I solved our diversity
video
issue.
Games.
Yeah. I made it a video game.
Boy.
I got to read some more of this because it's so odd to just see the words. It says, also, according to the tool, Brazil has a culture rating of 2, while Egypt has a culture of 7.
Oh, sure.
And I really don't get what metric was used to decide which countries were culturally superior to others, but I feel like it's probably rooted in some super racist and colonialist worldviews. Yes, exactly. And then it goes on and has an edit. It says also since Bastion is genderless, they don't belong to either male, which is apparently a gender score of 0, or female, a gender score of 5. However,
What the fuck, dude?
However, the gender rating for the damage roll is consistent with 9 males and 7 females. So what gives? Well, we can see Anna's sheet where her mental disability box is left blank. What?
Mental disability box?
I'm a 5.
Oh my god.
So it's the idea here that like they're gonna rank the genders on the like if female is 5, they're weighing the score because they want to make sure there's more female characters.
This one's
that
not
equals
female
diversity.
enough. This one's not mentally handicapped and female enough. Just need to.
Yeah, I do think that's literally what it is. I think they're trying to pick things that would give their character lineup more diversity. They take the things that would be quote unquote considered diverse and give them a higher score,
right?
And then generate characters based on this.
Yeah, that's what was my impression.
5 more diverse than Brazil. I don't.
It's insane. It's a complete insanity, right? Like, how do you even? Those are completely arbitrary things. Like, how does Brazil have a culture level of 2? What the fuck does that mean?
There is already a video game, okay, called Prince of Egypt. Whole series. There's no, gesture of Brazil.
It's so sad that anyone was, somebody got paid to make this diversity tool, and
sure,
not only should that never have happened, but it should not have even remotely gotten close enough to be this finished design to be like seen by the public as what they have now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, data's important, but some data is not important.
No,
they created this data though is the problem. Like,
yeah, they did imagine these figures entirely.
It's just not something you can gamify like this. That's the thing. No. Like to even try doing something like this is like so brain dead. And it makes you just wonder, like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you spending? How much time did you spend making this garbage? Like,
I'm afraid to interact with these people in the real world.
Yeah.
If that's the way they're looking at people,
Imagine what they're doing here is
like
instead of interacting with people that would be considered diverse by their standards, they're just sitting around by themselves and quantifying what those people are like.
Yeah, I got a better idea. Why don't we do this in numbers?
Oh, I don't want to actually hang out with anybody from Egypt, but let's give them a 7.
Yeah. Well, I set up. Are you sure? Because I set up some Zoom meetings with diverse candidates, and no, this is better. This is better.
I got a couple of Brazilians in there. I got a couple Egyptians, and that's pretty much it.
The most reassuring thing about this, though, is that I'm assured that Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk would probably have a very low score by this,
which I do
diversity
like
tool. Yeah, that feels good.
Sure, yeah. I don't know. Body type. Jordan Peterson. He's got some numbers there. I just don't know what.
Is he like a 2? Like,
yeah, he might be like a 2. He might be like a 7. I don't know. I don't know what's going on under there, but like he's interesting.
I wonder what they.
It's just Jim Henson's hand under there.
Absolutely, yeah. I was going for.
Based by the way that they've rated everything, so 5 is female, 0 is male. So like female is considered diverse and gay is considered diverse.
Uh-huh.
So body type, quote unquote, would be probably someone who is not, is
attractive.
Right. The authoritarian tolerance level.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, wow. I just hope one day we can hear Jordan Peterson sing us The Rainbow Connection. Why are there so many songs
He would
about
kill it, though. He would.
benzos?
He put on his little. Puts on his little fedora.
Their side. And Twitter will cancel me, and women will be.
Little tear dripping down.
Sorry, everyone.
Thank you,
I
Phil.
guess that's a great place to wrap it up. This has been the 40th episode of the Succ. We're officially
episodes in.
over the hill. We're having our Succ life crisis tonight.
Mid-Succ crisis.
We've all been there.
It happens.
I don't know where I was going with that.
It's like, have we?
Just leave it there. We don't have to dig into that, Matt. We can just leave that there. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. We love you all so much. It's a great time here on the Succ. We've got some great things planned for you the next week or two, so make sure you don't miss it. Turn on the notifications and all that, and join our group, the Succ Shame Posting. And if you like the show, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/thesucc. I guess that's it for tonight.
That's it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.